Earlier tonight, I made a comment about how there's some things about me that you don't know yet that are coming down the pike. And this next thing, I love you too, maybe not after this story. Don't forget me. The story that I'd like to share right now happened a long time ago, but based on today's rules, that's what's concerning me. I'm going to share this story in a different way. I'm going to tell you the ending first and then tell you how it happened. Like Star Wars. At least by me giving you the ending first, it allows the people that brought children to make a choice. That's why I said, see, you're already leaving. I see how it is. I'm sorry. Can't hang, huh? Okay. Here's the end of the story. When I walked off stage, I was completely naked. Here we go. So 15 years ago, plus, I was doing a show with my friend Martin. That's right.
Órale.
We were doing a show together in Orlando, Florida, at a comedy club called the Improv. Now, the Improv is a comedy club chain that's all across the country. There's a couple here in Los Angeles, so it's an awesome chain. The difference between this comedy club and any other clubs in the country is that the dressing room for the comics is actually on the stage. Not only is it on the stage, it's on the second floor. So there's a door that opens up and then stairs that lead down to center stage. So Martin is hosting, and he introduces me. Gabriel Iglesias! And then here comes my big Cinderella ass come down the stairs, right? He hands me the microphone, gives me a hug, and then he whispers in my ear, bro, order a shot of tequila. I'll explain later. Okay. I start the show, and shoot, 30 minutes go by. And I have completely forgotten about Martin's request. So out of the corner of my eye, I start seeing movement, and I turn, and it's Martin. And he's like this. And I'm like, oh, shoot, I forgot. I could sure go for a shot of tequila right about now. And here comes Martin walking with the tray. And the tray has 2 shots on it. So I'm thinking, okay, he must want to do a toast to the audience, right? Who knows? It's a Tuesday. He comes down to the front row, and I guess during his performance, he was eyeballing some girl in the front. And he wanted me, his friend, to set up this magical moment for him to do a tequila shot with her so he could impress her, so he could, you know, Martin! Baby shark! So I look at the girl and I'm like, I think my friend wants to do a shot with you. And she was excited. She was happy. She's like, okay. Martin hears okay and he doubled down. He's like, let's do body shots. And she stands up. Okay. And the whole crowd is like, ooh. And I'm like, what the hell? Martin grabs a lime off the tray and then he rubs it on his neck. And then he takes salt and sprinkles salt. And then she snatches the lime away from him and rubs it all over her chest, 'cause she's a whore. Next thing you know, they're making out in the front row, and the whole crowd's going crazy. Martin, Martin, Martin. And they walked away together. And I'm like, what the hell? I didn't even get my shot. A couple of minutes go by, and here comes a guy, and he walks up to the stage, and he's holding a shot glass. And he goes, hey, Fluffy, you can have mine. And he gave me his personal drink. So I said, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. So I held it up and I said, to Orlando. And everyone cheered, right? And then I slammed the shot and then everyone cheered. And then I gave him back the glass, gave him a fist bump, and he walked away. A couple more minutes go by. Here comes another guy. And this guy's holding a glass. Not a shot glass, a glass. And he gets to the front and he holds it up and he goes, hey, Fluffy, take mine. And I grabbed the glass, and it's full of black stuff. I said, what is that? And he said, that's Jaeger. Excuse me? Jaeger! And it freaked me out because he would not close his mouth. Jaeger! I smelled the drink. It smelled sweet. I said, oh, this is going to be good. So I held it up and I said, to Orlando. And everyone cheered. And then I slammed this double shot of Jaeger. Oh my God, it tastes like expired NyQuil. It was so bad. The guy looks at me, he goes, what'd you think? I didn't want to be rude. He gave me his personal drink. So I sucked it up. I'm like, it was good. It went down the wrong way. I'm sorry. Palatos. You're bad. I give him back the glass. He takes the glass and then he does this. He holds it up and then he goes, and he licked the entire rim. I have seen enough episodes of Law & Order SVU to know that if he commits a crime, I was there. So I'm like, dude, what are you doing with the glass? What's going on? He will not explain why he did that. He's just laughing at me. So I'm just following him and questioning him and following him and questioning him. He won't tell me. I'm not paying attention. I don't realize that a small line has formed on the other side of the stage of people holding shots of Jaeger. The problem that I have is that I'm a drinker. Clearly. And I have a rule. If I'm at a bar and I'm sitting at the bar, I'm in a drinking environment. If someone sends me a shot, I don't say no. I say thank you. I accept the shot and I tell the bartender who sent it so that I can lock eyes with that person and go, thank you. And they can see me drink the shot so they know it didn't go to waste. If someone sends me a shot, I take that as a compliment. I think it's an awesome thing if someone sends you a drink. And so when I send someone a drink, I mean good intentions with that drink. And if that person is like at the bar and they're like, ugh, no, I take offense to that. I'm like, ugh, dick. I don't want to make someone feel that way. So I know if I'm in a drinking environment, I don't say no. I have already established the fact that this is a drinking environment. I've already done 2 rounds. And so I see what's going on, and I'm looking for help, because that's a lot. So I look for security, and I'm like, security! And security sees, and security was so clueless that night. They're like, want me to help you drink? No, stupid! Martin is gone somewhere, security's clueless, so I'm stuck on my own. So I walk over, and I start drinking. I grabbed the first shot, and I held it up, and I said, to Orlando. Boom. Second one, to Orlando. Boom. Third one, to Orlando. Boom. After about 8 shots, I was like, to Nanando. Boom. After about 12 shots, I was like, to Armando. Boom. I did 17 shots of Jaeger. At this point, people are no longer watching my show for the sake of stand-up comedy. They're watching a train wreck, and they don't want to leave because they want to see what's going to happen. I am now reaching for number 18. And as I'm reaching for it, someone in the back of the room yells out, take it off! And I was like, you take it off! And then her boyfriend stands up. Hey, she'll take off whatever you take off. And all of a sudden, we had a party. That girl came up on stage and she was beautiful, according to Jaeger. She's standing on the stage next to me, but at this point, I'm so gone, I can barely finish a sentence. So then the crowd starts chanting, take it off, take it off. I'm like, here we go. So I kick off a shoe. She kicks off a sandal. I kick off the other shoe. She kicks off the other sandal. And we started going toe to toe. Eventually, I end up in my boxers and nothing else. And she's in her sports bra and her underwear. And it's her turn. And we all know it's her turn. And this is what I feel like I might get in trouble for, because I was instigating. I was like, we're going to see something. We're going to see something. I don't know what we're going to see, but we're going to see something. It's either going to be Momo or Meow Meow. It's going to be something. As soon as she heard Meow Meow, she ran off the stage. And now I'm standing there in my boxers. No one there to help me. Finally, my friend shows up. Martin comes out the door, runs down the stairs, takes the microphone away from me. He goes, get your ass upstairs. I'm not paying attention. I'm just looking at the ground. You know, I am gone. I'm this guy. I look like the end of a Mortal Kombat game. So I'm not looking at Martin, so he pops me in the chest. He goes, hey, huh? And I see Martin's face, and his whole face is covered with salt. Because he's a whore.